And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. If he's able to carry that momentum over to today, we're in for a show on MLB The Show.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And on the hill, the big righty, Ryan Pepio. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, last year, kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa leading things off and takes a strike. And that one fouled off. Comebacker to the mound. Sends it to first. 1 out in the top of the first. Here's the Pirates lineup now. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
And now the 0-1. Out there to center. And that'll fall for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting third, the left fielder.
Brian Reynolds here. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. There's the strike. Pham over at first with 1 away. Pitches in there. 0-2 now.
Well, he's got ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
On the ground to second, might be 2. There's 1 to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Well, they had the chance at turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
Here's O'Neal Cruz. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Cruz went deep in his most recent game. Next offering is fouled back. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your...
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Pirates leave 1, and now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here with my pal Singy, and getting to start, Andrew Heaney. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Jose Caballero leading things off and takes a strike. On the ground to third. Hayes to first. One up, one down.
Batting second, the first
All right,
baseman,
let's take a look at the Rays lineup. Still early in the season, but so far it has been a struggle for this team, ranking towards the bottom in both on base and runs. They do have some power.
Yeah, and you expect a club like this to gel and to put things together. When you break camp of spring training, sometimes you're a little too anxious. You're trying to make things happen instead of allowing them to happen, and I think that's going to happen eventually for this team.
Swing and a ground ball. Frazier on to first in time. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away.
Batting third, the third baseman,
Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. Line to second, snagged on the bounce, and very nicely done for the out. Rays held in check here, scoreless after 1. And we're back. Second inning set to go. Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. McCutchen getting the start in right. Over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Pepio back to work. Inside. And it's 1-0. Outside with a breaking ball. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent. So you got to stay ready up there.
And foul ball. Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
The pitch to McCutchen. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Goes down looking.
That is it.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Andy Rodriguez. And there's a strike. One out, base is empty. Swings through that.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And that skips in the dirt. No score here in the second. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Adam Frazier, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on. And a rope into center field, base hit.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Jared Triolo, the next Pirate to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Frazier off of first with 2 away. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-1. And that clips the inside corner.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Hot shot to third. And that'll do it. So 1 hit is all they get. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the left fielder, Richie Palacios. And a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Now here is Ha-Sung Kim. Spits the plate. 0-1. Nobody out. Runner at first. Ground ball could be 2. Triolo over to second, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Taylor Walls next to hit for the Rays. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Pretty good fastball location, down and in on the corner, but that was just a nice job to handle it, hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time, though.
So man aboard, Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The Rays strand just the 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. New inning getting started. Now batting Key Brian Hayes.
Number 13, Key Brian Hayes.
That's off the mark. Ball 1. And
Ball
another
2.
ball. Next pitch is downstairs. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And there's the automatic. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Full count.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That one to first. Diaz takes it to the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. Grounded out his first time up. And a foul ball. In the air, left field, down the line, and no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. On the ground to the left, Kim. To first, 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Tommy Pham.
Here's Tommy Pham. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Right through there for a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Swings and misses. And the count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. That just misses. The count now 2 and 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next offering misses down and away.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Two outs. Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first. And he won around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. Bucks go down quietly, and we're still knotted at 0. Back here at Tropicana Field, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Danny Jansen to hit here.
Jansen.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
That one ripped. Cruz brings it in with a nice running grab.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
And now the center fielder, Johnny DeLuca. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. DeLuca matched a homer in his last game. Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
We'll take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And that one is lifted in the air. McCutchen makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. On to the 4th, still scoreless. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Brian Reynolds.
Fastball for a strike.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Outside low. Going to count 1-2. Out towards right center field. DeLuca makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. O'Neal Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that's downstairs. 1-0.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back there. And it's off the batter's eye. And that gives him a lead. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Rodriguez stands in now and watches strike one. Still only one out here in the inning. Curve in the dirt. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. One down, base is empty. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Such a challenge when a guy's got great velocity. He's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
Frazier stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And another ball.
No strike.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Inside corner at the knees for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And it's fouled away. Got him swinging. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back now in Tampa Bay, John Shelby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Yandy Diaz. Liner to second and picked on the hop. On to first. And 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Third baseman number 13, Junior Caminero.
So up next, Junior Caminero grounded out his first time. Fought off foul. Pitch misses,
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that is ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's
Ball
way
2.
high, and it's 2-1. And strike 2.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, A lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2-2 now. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. It bangs off the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
One out, runner at second. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Richie Palacios. And he's already singled in this game. Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Man at second. And that one hit to first, but that rolls foul. That misses the zone, and it's 1-2. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Frazier on to first in time. 2 away.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Ha-Sung Kim next to hit for the Rays. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
0-1. Curveball drops in there.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. On to the top of the fifth we go. It's the Pirates 2, the Rays nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Pepio back to work. Bounce to the left side. Caminero slings it across. They go 5-3 for the first out as the third baseman makes the play from the shortstop spot in the shift. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Ke'Bryan Hayes grounded out his first time. Swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2. Just missed.
Ooh, I thought he'd bite right there.
Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff.
Well, he froze him with the changeup right there, and I think he was so geared up for fastball. Once he recognized that it was off-speed, he just wasn't able to make an adjustment. So a really good strikeout, and the pitcher just won the battle.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Two down, nobody on. Out to center. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. And we're back,
Leading
ready to go for the
Rays,
last half of the inning. Now up for Tampa Bay, Taylor Walls. And ball one.
Inside.
Walls, in his 4th year, 28 years old. Usually a shortstop, but today he's starting at second base. And a strike on the outside corner. And the count 1-1. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Well, the one thing he'll find is that a lot of the time the play is to your back. You're moving to your right. You've got to throw back to first base. That's the difference between shortstop and second. You're usually moving into the play at shortstop. Second base, not so much.
Fires across the diamond, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
The right fielder, number 15, Josh Lowe.
So digging in, Josh Lowe. Struck out swinging his first time. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
0-2 is the count.
Next pitch is outside.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
In the air to left down the line, and that drops foul. The Rays trailing by 2, last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
Now batting, catcher.
So next
Danny
to the plate for Tampa Bay, Danny Jansen. 0 for 1 so far. The pick behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
0-1.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And that ends the inning. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now the DH, Tommy Pham. On the ground, right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but the throw to first gets him easily, and that's the first out.
Now batting, left fielder Brian Reynolds.
Up next for the Pirates, Brian Reynolds. 0 for 2 in this one. Headed towards the corner. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And that's a double.
Waste no time there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
One out, runner at second. And next will be the cleanup hitter, O'Neal Cruz. 1 for 2. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ryan Pepio will depart, and they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break.
Pitching for the
Edwin
Rays,
Uceta taking over on the mound.
number 63.
This is his first appearance of the season.
Uceta.
Ball 1 there.
Well, I'll always remember how Cruz left his mark on Major League Baseball in his debut. 3 innings into his first game, he had the hardest throw by any infielder in baseball, the hardest hit ball all season by a Pirate, and the fastest sprint speed by a Pirate. This guy does it all.
And he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
The batter.
Here's McCutcheon. He had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Runner at third, 2 away. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The pitch. Just missed.
Good location, good
1 ball,
take.
2 strikes.
Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So a job well done by the Rays bullpen. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Pirates 2, the Rays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Johnny DeLuca.
DeLuca.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
No
well,
ball,
pretty
2
clear to
strikes.
me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Pitch in the dirt, and that's ball 1. That one
That's a
missed.
ball.
That one misses, and it's a full count.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Full count pitch, he'll have to wait. Time called to the plate. 3-2 now. Into center. Cruz running hard to get it. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there.
Now
He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Cruz moving under it. Makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
The first baseman, number 2, Yandy.
And
Diaz.
stepping in for the Rays, Yandy Diaz has grounded out a couple of times. First pitch misses. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Foul ball. Two outs. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball.
It really looks like
2
these
strikes.
hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And that is that. All set for the start of the inning. And the batter now, Andy Rodriguez. And there's a foul ball. That's a little bit low. Up and
That's ball
in,
two.
and it's 2-2.
2-2 the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Frazier in the box now, no balls and a strike. That one in there across the letters.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That's a hit.
Really nice job, a 2-strike hitting in that at bat. That ball right there landed in what they call a no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Next offering is downstairs. Frazier leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. To first, might be 2. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2. And here is Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boo. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run. And the number 9 guy at the plate. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Just off the inside edge. Ground ball right side. Walls throws to first. And that is the inning. So 1 left for Pittsburgh, but they're on top 2-0. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Foul ball there. And a foul ball. And down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Next to hit, Richie Palacios.
The left fielder, Richie Palacios.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Stephen Kwan. 1 out, the base is empty for him.
Kwan.
Now a fly ball to right center. McCutchen after it. Makes the grab for the 2nd out.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Ha-Sung Kim. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
In plenty of time to first. That's the third out. Inning over. Nothing doing for Tampa. They trail things here 2-0.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Zach Littell.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So back to the top of the order. Here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. The shortstop takes the ball. Yeah, that's fouled off. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Makes the grab, one down.
Now batting, designated hitter Tommy Pham.
Tommy Pham, the next Pirate to hit. 1 for 3. And that one ripped into right.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Diaz moves under it. 2 away now.
Now batting, the center fielder O'Neill.
Next, it's the Pirates cleanup hitter, O'Neill Cruz. Inside corner for a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation,
oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Pirates 2, the Rays 0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Colin Holderman.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off for the
so
Rays,
taking in Taylor Walls.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
And that one upstairs, ball 1. Bullpen action for the Pirates. Dennis Santana loosening up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton. Bednar warming up as well. Swings and misses and 1 down below the zone.
1-1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Just missed. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a sweeper misses for a ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Time asked for at the plate, and he gets it. Hard hit left side. Hayes to first. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting, the right fielder, Josh Lowe.
Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. Late with the swing there.
0-1.
Little chopper rolls foul. One down, base is empty. Hard hit, right side. Frazier on to first in time. And
now
that quickly two away.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
For the Rays, number 30, Ben. What's best?
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball 1, no strikes.
He was late there, strike one.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Rays held in check here. They trail it here 2-0. Back here at Tropicana Field, and now the right fielder, Andrew McCutchen. Littell back to work. Hammered down the right side, but foul. That one ripped left field. That's back there. See you later. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 3-0.
That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
And now here is Andy Rodriguez. Reaching down, makes the catch.
Now back, the second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Here's Adam Frazier. That misses, and it's 1-0.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the 9th. And they'll do it again. 1 down, base is empty. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Lifted in the air, right center field. DeLuca on the move. Got it. Really had to move for that grab. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Triolo now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Inside, just missed. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. On to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Pirates tack on one more on the solo home run. It's now 3-0. You're watching Tampa Bay Rays baseball on The Show, Florida. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Dennis Santana. A chance at his first save of the year. Here's the center fielder, Johnny DeLuca. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
You often think a slider's more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Jonathan Aranda looking to start something with one gone. Swings through that one.
0-1.
The Pirates leading by 3. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Next offering is fouled back. Here's the 0-2. And ball one.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Now a chance for Yandy Diaz. Now the 0-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
And that is out of play.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance, and that one hops the wall. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. Safe. And it's now a 2-run game.
Back-to-back base hits. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all. Really important at bat coming up now.
Steven Kwan next to hit for the Rays. Flied to right his first time. Now a check swing, but he held up.
Counts 1-0.
Tying run at the plate. And another ball.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Lifted to left, and this should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
It's It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
From inside Tropicana Field here in Tampa Bay, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. Now the starting pitcher in this one, number 70. What do you got on him, Chris?
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie can do in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Fly ball down the line. Low, hustling after it. Can't get there. This one lands foul. And that is downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just missed. Fastball. the mound. One out in the top of the first. We take a check of the Pirates lineup put together by manager Derek Shelton. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Chopped left side, and that one handled. Tosses to first. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 10.
Brian Reynolds here.
Reynolds.
That one's in there. Strike one. Just missed. Left field. Palacios brings it in, and that'll do it. Half inning complete. We've got no score. Back here with my pal Singy, and our pitcher in this game, Paul Skeens. Chris, a pretty remarkable season on the mound for him.
Yeah, just a real solid season last year, finishing with a sub-2 ERA. That's getting it done. That is not having more than maybe one subpar start in the season. It's pretty much domination from wire to wire. And when you can do that against good hitters today that are looking to get the ball in the air, hit the ball over the fence, and slug, really impressive in what he did last year, and I only expect him to build on it this season.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one misses. 2-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Time called. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. Fastball is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Stephen Kwan next to hit for the Rays. That one at triple digits. Skeens, when you talk about his skill set, he stops teams from getting hits. That's the thing that he's so good at. He's just really difficult to get base hits against. Late on that fastball.
Well, he's got power, and he has a reputation of being a strike thrower. So, to his advantage, he can expand the zone.
Up and in, 1-2 to count.
He can throw that fastball slightly above the top of the strike zone to get hitters to chase. He can also break it off because when you're geared up for good velocity, it's hard to stay back. You have to make a decision really early.
1 out, base is empty. On the ground. Throws to first in time. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. Now a look at Kevin Cash's lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Caminero has to step out of the way for ball 1. So what's the approach from an offensive perspective against a guy that doesn't give up a lot of hits?
I think you just kind of have to lean out over the plate and, take your base. But seriously, you just have to try to shorten up. I think guys choking up on the bat a little bit to have some more bat control, be a little bit quicker, and don't get greedy.
Towards first, fair ball.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Jonathan.
Runner first with 2 away. And here's the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he blows that one by him at 100.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Caminero leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 3rd out. 1 left for Tampa. We played an inning. No score. Second inning set to go. Here's the Pirates catcher now, 14, Joey Bart. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That's down and in. A slider missed. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges. That one hit to right. Low makes the catch. 1 away. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Spencer Horwitz, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
1 down, base is empty. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
Up and in. Counts full, 3-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting the ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
Swinging a foul straight back. That one the other way. Makes the catch in. I'm just a simple man. Oh, yeah. Bottom of the second at the plate. Taylor Walls.
The shortstop, Taylor.
Skeens, a 6'6" righty, 22 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. The shortstop takes the ball.
Counts 1-0.
Fastball for a strike. Next offering is down low. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Zips it across. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Good late life on that inside fastball. Ran in on the hands and got that weak contact. Little slow grounder to get the out.
Jose Caballero will hit next. Hitless yesterday as they only pushed across one run. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Around first, heading for two. Into second, and he's got a double.
All over that one right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And here is Matt Chapman. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Man at second. Now a screamer into the outfield. This one could be trouble. Caballero around third. He will score, and they take the lead. Fires to second too late. Into second with a double, and that was hard hit.
Well, the strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that
ball. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Richie Palacios. That's in there. 0-1. One out and a runner at second here in the second game of the series. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-1. And this one bounces away from Bart. Chapman up to third on the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
Look out, way inside. Out at the plate.
Man, that ball got far away from the catcher, but they still had time to throw out the runner trying to advance. Not pretty.
Two down, bases empty, but one run across. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss at 100. Struck him out. Rays get an RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Jack Sawinski.
And a foul ball. And that one fouled off. Ripped to short. Gets it to first. And one away in the top of the third.
Batting 8, the right fielder.
Here's Adam Frazier. Fought off foul. Next pitch is downstairs.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Next offering way upstairs. And that's in the dirt.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Upstairs, and that is ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game. And here is Jared Triolo. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Back there. Tattooed and gone. That'll fire up the dugout. His first homer of the year. It's 2-1. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Back to the top of the lineup. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Still only one out here in the inning. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Oh, he can't bring it in. Not stopping. He's going for 3.
Everything came together for him. Just a beautiful triple. From start to finish, got a pitch he could drive, turned on it, and hammered it out front into the gap. Right out of the box. I love how he was hustling, and I think he knew he was going for 3 as soon as it touched down.
And a foul ball. One away with a runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one 95 to finish him off. Ryan Reynolds, the next Pirate to hit. Fly to left his first time. Ball 1, no strikes.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
Bounced up the middle. Walls. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Another look at this 2-run homer for Pittsburgh. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. This is Rays baseball on the show, Florida. Bottom of the inning, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Ben Workbeck. Skeens back to work.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Next offering is in for a strike. That's inside.
Ball 1.
Pitch misses there. It's 2-2. That's down and in. Strike 3. Skeen says sit down.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
So the lineup flips over, and stepping in for the Rays, Josh Lowe. Swing and a miss, and 102 on the radar gun. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Outside low. Now 1-2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. On to inning number 4. It's the Pirates 2, the Rays 1. Back now in Tampa Bay, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Joey Bart. And that one wrapped foul. Just missed.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
The 1-2. And there's the ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in, just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit the ball that hard on the ground, it's gonna find some holes.
And now Spencer Horwitz fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
You know, these Pirates doing a great job, Boog.
Runner on the move, on the ground right side, and that's a foul ball.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game. We'll take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Gonzalez in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. Next offering is downstairs. Man at first, one away. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 3. Oh, can't get out of the way of the fastball, and that's going to sting.
Now batting, the
Jack
center fielder,
Sawinski, the next Pirate to hit. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. And the Rays manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Number 70 is done, and a decent effort considering he's normally a reliever. Back with the new pitcher in a minute. Now a new pitcher for the Rays, number 48.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Next offering in there for a strike, and that is strike 1. And misses inside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. And there's 2 down. Adam Frazier digs in now. He walked and came around to score his first time up. A little bit high maybe. Ball 1. First and second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Late swing, foul to the left. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. In the air, left field, down the line. Grabs it on the run. And that is that. Pirates strand a couple. They lead it 2-1. Ready to go,
And
bottom four. Now in for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. That's in there. That's strike one. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Well, these Rays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first.
Got him.
Gets him. 1 away on a drop, 3rd strike.
Really nice job working both sides of the plate for that strikeout. Starting him off inside, then away, back inside again, and that one set him up for that last pitch on the outside part of the plate that he just swung right through. Pretty smooth sequence right there.
Aranda, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. There's a swing and a miss.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
And now Taylor Walls. Sliced hard but foul. Swing and a miss as he was late.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side here in the 4th. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3, and they trail it here 2-1. We go to the top of the 5th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Jared Triolo. That one not close. 1-0. And that drops in for a strike. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
Walls pulls it down, and he makes the catch. One down. So the batting order turns over, and now the Pirates leadoff man, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Kiner-Falefa, a former Gold Glove winner, 29 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Hawaii.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch, and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
One down, base is empty. Lifted in the air, right field. Low, squeezes it, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter Tommy.
Here's Tommy Pham. 0 for 2 in this one. Check swing, called strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Foul ball, still 0-2. And down on strikes he goes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Pirates 2, the Rays 1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Jose Caballero.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Now
it's Ben Chapman. Doubled his first time up. There's the strike.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Comes up empty.
That was straight queso right there.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Rays down by a run. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Next offering is in for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. It's an immaculate inning. And we're back, top of the 6th inning. Now the left fielder, Brian Reynolds. First pitch, just misses.
Counts 1-0.
Right through there for a strike.
That slider breaking in can be a tricky pitch. If you don't finish it and have that bite at the end and it stays out over the plate, it can get hit a long way. But that was a good one right there.
And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. This is Joey Bart. 1 for 2.
Number 14, Joey Bart.
There's the strike.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Right side, hard hit. Handles, throws to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Pirates, the first
2 down, base is empty. Spencer Horwitz, the next Pirate to hit. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
There's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-2. And he grounds one to the right side. Aranda takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing here this half. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Pirates 2, the Rays 1. Bottom of the 6th inning, and here's the catcher, Ben Wertvet. Skeens back to work. And a big swing and a miss activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. David Bednar loosening up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton. Holderman also getting ready. Swing and a miss. Wow. And it's 0-2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And it's through for a hit. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Derek Shelton out of the dugout, and he will make the move. Paul Skeens won't go any further, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Pirates with a new arm on the mound, Joey Wentz.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Low. Swings through it for strike 1. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Roll to short, could be 2. Off-balance feed, there's 1. And that's 2.
Hey, they played the matchup right there. Worked out perfectly. Got the ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
Now the number 2 hitter, Stephen Kwan. Swinging a foul straight back. Two down, nobody on.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Nothing doing for Tampa, and our score remains 2-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Leading off, Nick Gonzalez. And that misses. And that is ball 1.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 2-1. Fastball for a strike. That one out to right. Low, hustling after it. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And there's 1 down.
The 7th fielder,
Jack Sawinski, the next to hit. Pitches in for a strike. 0-1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Right fielder, Adam Frazier.
Adam Frazier getting ready to hit. Check swing, called strike.
0-1's the count.
2 outs. That one inside. And now it's even 1-1. Fastball is outside. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Left-hand hitter waits. Got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game. Offense held in check there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Pirates 2, the Rays 1.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. David Bednar.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Caminero swings through it for strike 1.
0-1.
High fly ball down the left field line. Drops into the glove, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jonathan.
Next to bat will be the Rays 4-hitter, Jonathan Aranda, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Outside, ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1-1.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the tying run is on base.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Taylor Walls. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Joe Boyle.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And he lays down a bunt. Caminero. Now the throw to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Well, I think the defense was anticipating something here because they were really ready to defend as that ball was put down. Nice little drag bunt, but they get the out, and way to go.
Connor Falefa stands in now and watches strike 1. Outside low, and 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. That's out number 2.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
And that one fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Missed inside with the curve. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2. That one missing inside. On the ground to first, and it kicks off the base. And that extends the inning.
The left fielder, number 10, Brian
B-Ray coming to the plate now. 0 for 3 in this one. Swinging a foul out of play. Van off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. And 1-2.
2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes.
In the dirt. 2-2 now. Cold strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Pirates 2, the Rays 1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Colin Holderman.
Now pitching for Pittsburgh.
1-run game at the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Jose Caballero.
Holderman.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Sawinski sizing this one up. And out number 1 on the grab. Matt Chapman up to the plate now. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Hard hit to third. Tosses across to first. 2 gone.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Johnny DeLuca next to hit for the Rays. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
No signs of wavering on the mound here in the 8th. He's looking rock solid so far.
That one misses. And the count 1-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Throw to first. Not in time. He's safe. So he's able to reach first base despite the strikeout, and that extends the inning. Kind of a tough turn of events for the defense there.
Yeah, it's maybe a little bit of a morale killer. For a second, you think you're about to go hit, but really quickly you have to refocus and be ready for the next play. We'll see if they can work around it.
2 outs, runner at first. And the batter now, Ben Wortvet.
That's a ball.
Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Move to first. DeLuca dives back in safely.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Save in second with a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
So the tying run at second. Chopped on the ground. Bart gets to first. Inning over. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 9th inning coming up. It's the Pirates 2, the Rays 1. Back now in Tampa Bay. There's Joey Bart now.
Number 14, Joey Bart.
Boyle back to work. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Fouled off left side. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Lowe makes the grab, 1 away. Spencer Horwitz now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Just missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Kwan going back on this one. Out of here, a home run off the foul pole. He muscles that one out the opposite way. His second of the year. It's 3-1. Base is empty, 1 away. Now it's the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez.
Nope.
Just missed.
Hey.
And a strike right through there. That one in triple digits. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up. He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way. But that time, a little anxious.
Sawinski in the box now as he leaves that one up high. This one in the air. Caminero moving under this one. He's there. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. Cannonball coming. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Dennis Santana. He comes in with a chance for his second save of the season. Back to the top of the order. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Josh Lowe.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the 9th means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
And downstairs.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And there's one away.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Strike 2.
Well, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
And a 1-2. That one way inside. Gets a piece and stays alive. The Pirates up by 2 here in the last half of inning number 9. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
1 down, base is empty.
The count is full.
And he calls for time now in the box. A chance to collect himself in the middle of this long at bat. Liner, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
The third baseman, number 13.
And stepping in for the Rays, Junior Caminero. 1 for 3. And fouled off. The tying run at the plate. Fouled off. He was late. The 0-2 stays alive. Hit hard on the ground to short. On to Gonzalez for 1. That's a double play. The ball game is over.
Way to make a pitch right there. Get that ball on the ground. Defense picking them up. Huge double play to end this ball game.
And your final 3-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying